What if I told you that there's a way to streamline your legal compliance processes, mitigate risks, and gain a competitive edge, all while saving time and money? The answer lies in the power of artificial intelligence. In today's session, we'll dive deep into the world of AI-driven legal compliance and risk management. You'll learn about the latest AI tools and their applications, explore real-world success stories, and gain practical insights into implementing these solutions within your business. Today, we're going to be covering AI-driven legal compliance and risk management. This is another component within the typical real estate person's or professional's business in terms of managing the legal aspects of purchasing properties or maintaining compliance with the rules of the day. So, the objectives for today would be to ensure that we understand the importance of legal compliance and risk management, learn about AI technologies and how they're applicable to legal compliance and risk management. We'll look at a couple of real-world case studies. We'll gain some insights into implementing AI solutions, and then discover how you can outsource some of this work to AutoRead or AI. So the current challenge within the industry is that the real estate industry is subject to so many federal, state, and local regulations, and these regulations are constantly changing. So in order to keep up with this, you either need teams of people, or in this current day and age, you need an AI solution to assist you with staying compliant, because failure to comply would lead to hefty fines or could lead to other repercussions as well. So the solution is an AI-powered compliance and risk management portal or application. AI-powered compliance tools automate and streamline the legal compliance process for real estate professionals. And these tools offer a variety of functionalities like regulatory monitoring and alerting, contract review and risk identification, and data security and privacy management. What are the benefits of these tools? One is increased efficiency, improved accuracy, reduced costs, and proactive risk management. And then final one's enhanced peace of mind. Peace of mind in the fact that you have a solution that's staying on top of changes and modifications to the policies and compliance rules. So in order to understand AI-driven legal compliance, you need to understand the tools that form the overall solution. So firstly, machine learning is an aspect of artificial intelligence where algorithms learn from vast data sets. And the whole point of this learning is to identify patterns and predict potential compliance issues, so predicting what's potentially could happen in the future. The next line of attack is your natural language processing. So AI can parse legal documents and contracts and extract the key information to identify potential risks. And then you've got data analytics, which again is similar to machine learning, but this one is really a tool to identify trends and patterns specifically, and you want to identify compliance violations. Then the final aspect is robotic process automation. So automation is the key aspect of this one, where it's automating repetitive tasks and workflows and improving efficiency and reducing human error. So what are the core functionalities of an AI compliance tool? One is regulatory monitoring and alerts. So I'd like to say that the 3 points I'm likely to discuss now are the aspects and the functions that you'd expect any AI solution to deliver in order for you to add that to your workflows or to your business. So you need something that will be monitoring all the regulatory portals and the different levels of governance, so local, state, federal, and you want it continuously monitoring and to raise alerts if it detects any changes that you ought to be aware of. The next functionality that these tools should have is contract review and risk identification. So it's, if anything does change whilst it's analyzing the contracts and it detects risk, a compliance risk, or anything to do with the protocols that have to be adhered to in order to operate within the real estate industry, then you want that to be highlighted to you. And there are tools within the AI space that can do this quite effectively and in an automated fashion. So you want the automation of this due diligence process to save you time and save you resources, and hopefully protect you from any potential legal issues. The next functionality you want to make sure that these tools have is the ability to detect any breaches in the privacy regulations like GDPR and CCPA. You want it to be able to identify and classify sensitive data within your systems. And equally, you also want it to identify if you've registered or saved any information that you ought not to save, and information that isn't part of what you require in order to carry on your business. So the core functionality, this final one, which is the fourth, is fraud detection and prevention. This is more looking at your transactions to identify any suspicious patterns or identify anyone trying to pass funds or money through your system without you actually knowing that it's not compliant with the rules. So how does AI streamline compliance processes? So it's really all about automation. So AI would automate manual tasks, and it will streamline your workflows if designed correctly, and enhance the accuracy in the compliance checks in order to minimize risks and any risks of errors and omissions. Implementing AI for risk management. So on this side, this aspect of what we're looking at today, the key things you want to be looking out for are anti-money laundering risks, data breaches and security threats, and for those in the relevant jurisdiction, the fair housing compliance issues. So you want to ensure that you're not falling afoul of any of these aspects, and if you are, something needs to be highlighting that to you. Now, using AI to mitigate risks, firstly, you want a system that's proactive in assessing the risks and is able to raise red flags if it detects any issues. You also want a solution that would detect any anomalies in your normal operation. And the final thing is an automated system that would generate reports and document its checks so that there's a trail of what's been done by your business. So let's look at a couple of case studies of where AI has been implemented in the legal sphere. So Click.ai is a software provider. They also perform real estate AI solutions from the legal standpoint. They provided a solution to Bellwether Enterprise, and the desire was to bring in efficiencies within the underwriting process of Bellwether. And the platform that was delivered to Bellwether was used to underwrite $7.9 billion worth of loans. And the end result was that they were able to save up to 50% of time in their operations. So saving half the time almost in operations would always lead to an equivalent or some level of financial improvements as well. The next case study is Elevate.law. The specific aspect that drew us to this company was actually created by LexPredict, which has now been acquired by Elevate. Now, Elevate, the challenge that they had was that the end client had an inadequate strategy supply contract management process. So it's all about the management of contracts from the end client standpoint. So what was happening was they would have contracts, the expiration dates would approach, and the contract essentially lapse without anyone noticing. And sometimes they would have obligations within their contracts and not adhere to those contracts, or nobody kept on top of the requirements. So what was the solution? Elevate generally created a module called Managed Contracts, and this provided automatic expiration alerts and a color-coded dashboard for expiring contracts. And this also provided them with the ability to quickly take action from within the system when something was about to expire in order to initiate renewals or start negotiations. So the result was that the new contract management process and controls helped them meet their strict financial client audit requirements. Secondly, they were actively able to track contract obligations and expirations, and this turns out that it helped them reduce revenue leakage. And then the final one was a decrease in the low value administrative work that their lawyers were performing. So the lawyers were then able to do higher value work and potentially would have led to better job satisfaction. So I'm going to list here 5 steps for you to consider when implementing AI solutions, especially in the legal space. Firstly, you want to assess your organization and organizational needs and your readiness to adopt a new system. Secondly, you want to ensure that you are selecting the right AI tools and vendors. So within the first step as well, part of the assessment will be to check that the data quality and that the data you need in order to deploy the solution is available. When you're selecting your AI tools or your AI vendor, you want to consider things like the functionality, the ability for the solution to scale to many users, and how would it integrate with other things within your business. And you also want to ensure that you have a solution that would enable you to perform a proof of concept or do a trial. So step 3 would be the integration with your existing systems and processes. So you want to ensure that the integration is seamless with your existing systems and workflows, and you want to identify what the potential challenges could be if you took on any new system. So the 4th step is about training and knowledge transfer to your team and to your business. What would be the learning curve for your colleagues and employees, and would they turn away from the solution because it's too difficult to understand or too difficult to learn? And the final one is you want to consider working with AI partners like AutoRead.ai. They have got the time, the expertise, and the understanding to deploy AI solutions within your business. So AutoRead.ai would work as your partner if you chose to work with them, or in a situation where you don't have the team to help deliver this solution. So we automate business processes, automate business growth. We create interactions between you and your clients, and we're able to automate the creation of workflows to ensure that your business works effectively and efficiently. And furthermore, we're able to produce an AI audit for your business. So do feel free to reach out to us. Our website is autoread.ai. The email is uber@autoread.ai. We're available on socials, but reach out and let's schedule a discussion to ensure that you are in the best position from a legal standpoint and from a compliance standpoint. So thank you very much for your time. Do put comments in the comment section. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us on any of our social platforms or send us an email. Until next time, keep winning.